I would like to explain what type of relationship I am looking with women. And it's very important for me to explain this because I very much want to be understood in this particular aspect, to be understood very well and not misunderstood. Now, the short story is that I am interested in women that are pleasurable to fuck, and only when I feel like it. And I am not interested in women that would cause me any problems or worse, try to ruin my life, or that somebody else would try to ruin my life because of them. This is something I would avoid at all costs. Now the longer version. To continue from where I said that I don't want women that would ruin my life or cause me any problems. For example, Emma Watson and the lower leg women, for which I was tortured, abused, harassed, and bullied for 3 years. This is definitely the type of women I absolutely don't want in my life. I don't care about anything about them, how they look like. I don't care. You bring me even the most beautiful woman in the world, but you ruin my life or cause me problems. I don't want her. I don't want problems. I don't want to be bullied, and I don't want my life to be ruined. Also, women like Emma Watson or the lower leg women, for whom I am expected to work, obey, follow someone else's commands, someone whom I don't even know who it is. I don't want that in my life. I am not giving up my freedom for some stupid woman. That's not going to happen. I don't want that type of relationship. Absolutely not. Now that this matter is clear, let's move on to the next part. I am not looking for romance, only for sex and only when I want it. To explain it in a more detailed manner, I don't want to give my heart to any woman. My heart is my own. I don't want to be in love with some woman. If a woman chooses to love me or falls in love with me, that's fine. I don't require that. But it's fine, I don't have a problem with it. Just so she doesn't expect me to love her. She can want that, but not expect that. I am not going to love any woman. I am going to fuck women, but I am not going to love them. And I want to be very clear on this, that the more I grow up, the more I realize that I don't want to love anybody. I just want to fuck, and only when I feel like it. And I also don't see any problem with it, because if I enjoy having sex with a woman and she enjoys having sex with me, it's a mutual pleasure and there is absolutely no problem with it. I don't have to love her. And she doesn't have to love me, although she can if she wants to. Okay, now that this second part is clear, the third part is that I want women who are pleasurable to fuck. Women who are sexy. And sexiness can come in very different ways. I'm attracted to pale-skinned women, not with freckles. I hate freckles. But pale skin I find attractive, but she doesn't have to be pale-skinned. She can be of a darker skinned, so long as her face is pretty. And she's not black. I am not attracted to black women. I am not racist. I don't hate black people. I think that they can be very nice, but I am simply not attracted to black women, nor Asian women, nor Indian women. Okay, so she must have a pretty face. And preferably pale skin, but basically any skin color, just not black, and that she wouldn't be Indian or Asian. And without freckles. She should have a slim body. Preferably large boobs. But that's not always a requirement. She can also be a smaller woman with a tight vagina, which is sexy in a different way. Although I think that I'm not very attracted to women who are very tall, who, for example, are tall as me or taller. I haven't met many of them, so I can't tell for sure. But the features I have listed, like pretty face and smooth skin, preferably pale but doesn't have to be, preferably large boobs, but it also can be a smaller body with a tight vagina, things like that. There are also other things like If the woman's body looks good, like there was a woman that I told you about that I met at a pizza shop called Pizza Bar, who had really nice legs. I mean, she had legs that look sexier than most women's legs. I cannot tell you exactly why they looked sexy to me, simply that they did. So I can't give you a literal description of what makes a woman's legs sexy. Or for example, if a woman's feet look good, that's a bonus. If her hands look feminine and sexy, for example, yesterday at the bus, there was a girl sitting on the seat in front of me. She was watching the TV show Netflix, the TV show Wednesday. Now, when I looked at her, she didn't look really pretty to me. But her hands looked really feminine, and she had those pointy fingers with long and custom colored fingernails. And I thought that it would be very pleasurable to receive a hand job from a woman with such feminine hands. So there are all kinds of things that could make a woman sexy. And obviously I want her to be cooperative, to want to be fucked. That's it. This is the type of relationship that I seek with women. It's very simple. I just want to have fun. And I don't want to be made to suffer for women. Because I don't want to suffer, period. Why should I? There is no reason for me to suffer, much less for anybody. I didn't do anything wrong. I just want to have fun when I want it. That's it, very simple.